Okay, now let's get straight into the entertainment gist. Now, Eedris Abdulkareem mourns late mom. Veteran Nigerian rapper Eedris Abdulkareem is currently in a mourning phase following the death of his mother, Alhaja Safurat Ajoke Ajenifuja. He made this known on his Instagram page, where he decided to write the most touching eulogy about her, saying he didn't just lose his mother, but his confident role model and prayer warrior. The late rapper's mother, who died at the age of 96, was an Abeokuta, Ogun State born and bred Amazon who teamed up with the legendary Fumilayo Anikulapo Kuti in the struggles and sexist tax regimes that resuscitated the abdication of the Egba throne by the then Oba Adewale II in 1949. From us on Entertainment Splash, we pray Eedris Abdulkareem and his family have the fortitude to bear the loss of their mother.
Yes, indeed. But then at 96, we say for us to say that she lived a very full life, and it's one of the things that we are aspiring to have. I mean, nowadays you see a lot of people just dying so quickly and so young. So yes, we were sending our condolences and we're saying that we're very happy that she lived a very full life.
Yeah. So he wrote a long eulogy on Instagram talking about how the mom really helped them growing up. And I was shocked when he talked about the old Fumi Anikulapo Kuti.
Like you never heard about that.
They were together with the struggle in Abeokuta and Egba land that time. It's a good thing to celebrate.
So you see people hear of that age, 96, 100, 100 and something, and they're like, oh, we should be celebrating and all that because that person, oh yes, it's good that that person has lived up to that age. But the thing is, your mother is still your mother.
Yes,
and yes,
Definitely.
so we are actually commiserating with him, and we do hope that, yes, as we said before, that the family would be able to bear, you know, the loss.
All right, so we're sending peace and love your way. Now, moving on to some more news. I have not noticed any sexual harassment in the Nigerian movie industry, says Jide Kosoko. Now, Nollywood movie veteran Jide Kosoko has weighed in on the recent allegation of sexual harassment going on in the Nigerian movie industry. Now, in a recent interview with Punch, where he was asked about the rise of sexual harassment in Nollywood, he said, and I quote, "That is a normal situation in any industry. Now, you tend to see people trying to fight their way up by hook or by crook. However, I have not really noticed sexual harassment in the industry. Yes, I have seen artists dating one another, but harassment is another issue. Now, I always tell the young girls in the industry that if you gatecrash, they will harass you. Now, if you want to lobby yourself and sell your body to become famous without passing through the normal training, things like that will happen to you," end quote. Now, he further stated, if you're a trained actor, male or female, nobody can harass you because you would know your rights and have some good qualities. Now, good producers and directors would rather go for talented individuals that can interpret roles properly. Now, it is only mad and unprofessional directors that would do otherwise. And this is in his words. Woo, okay, so
a long one though. So you asked me this off air, and I'm like, okay, maybe some people are not just so sensitive to some things happening because of where they are, you know, at that point, or maybe it didn't happen to them. Because sometimes, even when you're so prim and proper and you're not eyeing anyone and you just want to do your job, there are still people who are there who want to harass you, then they want to make you do certain things to get to a certain, even when you deserve it. So I do not totally agree. In fact, I do not even agree.
Completely disagree with him. And I know he's a veteran and he has had many years in the industry, but you can't take away the fact that he's a man, he's a male in this industry. You don't really have so many female directors or producers. Maybe now there are a lot of female producers, but not as many female directors that will want to harass, you know, their male counterparts. Now, in a world where there's so many females and very few, you know, males, if you look at female actresses to the male actors, there's a huge difference, right? And now there are people who, even if they're trained, they're very skilled, they're also very pretty, they have very nice shapes, and it just becomes like a thing, because if you want to cast a role, for instance, for a young, pretty girl, and then there are 35 people who can fit into this role. Now, some directors now say, okay, if you want to have the extra edge, you have to do this. It is happening in the entertainment industry. I don't know why he said it's not, but then I completely disagree with it. And I don't think we should ever say that it's because you're trying to gate-crash the industry. That's very discouraging for young and upcoming actors and actresses.
Okay, this is a conversation that we can never continue talking about. Yeah, definitely.
So you're not going to say anything about it?
It's just crazy. I was shocked when I saw the news saying that's not how it is. It happens everywhere. That's not how it is.
It does happen everywhere.
The people that it happens to are people that get crashing the industry itself.
No, it's not true.
It's not true. It's not true. Okay, moving on. Right now, Oladips leaves record label with 23,000 naira. Oh, yes, you heard. Nigerian rapper Oladips, who just parted way with Reminisce's record label, The Roses and Rugs, a few weeks ago, has given an update on how broke it was after he took the decision of leaving the label. He took to his Instagram page to share that he had only 23K in his account when he left Reminisce's record label, LLR, saying, left the label with 23K in my account, but we go therefore gather, watch. If you would recall, Oladips released a song titled Maybe some few weeks back where he announced his exit from the label and accused Reminisce of making him sign a fraudulent deal. So here we go again, some record label palaver.
So I don't know what's wrong with Oladips. Okay, it's okay you dropped a song expressing yourself, letting everybody know what happened in the record label. Now, Reminisce did not reply. Everybody has moved on. Now, you went on your Instagram page to say you left the record label with 23,000 naira.
It's obviously very, hurtful for him. I think he's very pained about it.
So he's wondering why people are not responding to it. He wants people
you should
to
jump
hear
on
about
it and start calling Reminisce out that what you did to this boy is not good. Now, he has come out to say, I just left the label with 23K.
I mean, there are advantages and disadvantages to it because he's bringing to the forefront what is really happening to some artists, not all, to some artists in record labels.
So I still stand on the side of the record label owners. Like, if Reminisce did not even invest at all in Oladips' career, we would not know who Oladips is. So I don't know why you end up fighting with a record label and everything now becomes dirty afterwards.
Yeah, but I think that mentality has to change.
You're pained.
It has to change because in as much as you're saying the record label brought you to the forefront or made you popular, it's still that mentality that affects all industries where it's like, I've employed you and I gave you this platform. Now I'm going to suck your blood. Okay, I'm going to dry. You must work so hard for it.
You signed for me to suck your blood. That's why it's always in pen and paper.
Which is why he's coming out to say that this is what is happening.
You signed it.
Now you signed an artist.
So this is where I have a problem. Now, I'm not saying that you should suck somebody's blood, but what I am saying here is that when you sign a contract, when you're hungry, people should open their eyes. When you're hungry, you're quick to you're blind to some things and then you quickly sign some stuff. So now,
and
when
you
you're
blame
signed
them
it,
for
you
doing
have
that.
signed.
How many opportunities are there? Really, it's not like you have so many on your table. So you have a contract that is not so good, but you sign it because there's nothing better and you want exposure.
You now walk out of your contract.
Then it comes to a point where you see that this exposure is not actually what it's cut out to be.
And see your contract through.
But there are always clauses,
yes. Always your contract through.
Okay.
So I thought that we're even done with record label problems.
Because there are people you should see that have made the mistake. I was thinking that people have learned, but some people are still entering this trap. You see it, you sign. Then later, under 2-3 years, you are complaining again. It's whose fault is it? You signed it.
So just be careful what you sign. Yeah. All right. I think that's where we can end this.
Okay, moving on to the foreign story. Lashana Lynch is the new 007 replacing James Bond. Yes, British actress Lashana Lynch is taking over from James Bond as the new 007 at MI6 in the upcoming movie franchise. According to sources, Lashana will be the new character who takes over Daniel Craig's secret agent number after he left the British intelligence agency. The source say the story begins with Bond retired in Jamaica before he was called by spy master M, who calls him back to help tackle a new global crisis. Then there's a pivotal scene at the start of the film where M says, "Come in, 007," and in walks Lashana, who is black, beautiful, and a woman. Lashana Lynch made her acting debut in the 2011 drama Fast Girls and has appeared in several television series. The 31-year-old had a breakthrough role as a fighter pilot in Captain Marvel. So we have a new 007. It's no longer James Bond.
Yeah,
James
Bond.
Woman.
Yeah. We need to loud. You didn't.
I was very excited about this. Like, I'm like, oh, a woman.
Yeah, Twitter was a mess yesterday. People wanted a new black James Bond.
But they wanted
a man.
It would be a woman.
They wanted Idris Elba. Yeah. But now they're helping the black people out now. There's still James Bond. Daniel Craig is still James Bond. But his secret number is 007. They had to give it to somebody else, and it's a woman and a black woman.
Okay, so
because he retired, he became rogue.
So I think that they're doing two things. So appealing to the black community.
Yes,
like, look at this person is black, and then to the feminists. Hey,
we have a 007 agent.
It's exciting. Now, I don't know if you have watched Men in Black, but the latest Men in Black is actually also
Tessa Thompson.
Thompson is also a woman. So I think this is a year for the women and the black women as well. So it's
people
amazing.
just have to jump on this conversation.
No, I mean, for the longest times, I mean, how long has James Bond been running? We have been seeing men, white men. Now we're seeing black. You know, and now we're seeing black women. It's progress. This is our time.
So
Let us shine.
I didn't know that. Did I know that OJ would mention Chimamanda? So yesterday I saw OJ after the show wearing a pink shirt, and I said, "Oh, Chimamanda would be so proud of you." Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Look at you. So you just be acting like one person here. So at the back, you're a feminist.
Chimamanda. Don't let them come for you on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the news. And of course, we're moving over to our celebrity birthdays. Today on Celebrity Birthday, we have our very own star boy, Whiskey.
No.
Ayo Balogun. Today's his birthday.
Do you like people rock?
You just had to farm them because you're part of them.
They rock. I'm not farming. I'm July.
I know.
What are you saying?
Yeah, they rock. And Whiskey rocks.
How old do you think Whiskey is?
26, 27, 28.
29.
29.
Or do you think it falls in that category of people who are always 22 like every year?
Some people are saying Whiskey is way older. They feel he's way older.
He's one of those people that he doesn't look like his age. You know, people like me. And
people like OJ. Well. People like me.
Can we move on to the next celebrity that we have today? Yes, our Nollywood finest, Ramsey Noah.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
So today's Ramsey Noah's birthday. Took over the industry. Fine boy.
Yeah, he has actually been trending on social media. A lot of memes, his pictures. He has been trending. He has been toasting bass for a long time in the movies. You know.
It's okay. Let's not just even talk further. And finally, Hollywood actor and comedian, businessman Will Ferrell. Yeah, today happens to be his birthday all the way in Hollywood. Yes, congratulations. Massive birthday shout out. And of course, if you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap.
All right, guys, it is time for Tweetville now. This is Tweetville, where we bring you all the savagery, humor, and great moments on social media in 5 minutes or less. All right, guys, ready?
Yes.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. All right. This is from Chizitorum. Did I get that right? And she said, I had this very mad headache at work today. I was so weak, and I asked the office cleaner to help me get Panadol from the first aid box. Now, he brought it to my office. With my head still on the table, he gently removed my wig and said, "Oh, Malecha, you'll be okay now." What? Like, the guy already...
God, that is the source of your problem.
To be honest, I think the hair actually just gives you this headache, especially when it's a weave. I don't know if you can relate.
No, me, I can relate. That's the reason these days. Now I know. Stretch your ears very well. So these days, it's so hard for me to attach stuff to my...
I'm telling you.
Once in fact, I was asking people on my Instagram page the other time, like, what do you do? The first thing you do when you get home. People said to me that I throw my wigs off, I do this. I said, you know what? Immediately, I just get into the car.
I don't even wait. I'm telling you. I even get into the car. As I get upstairs, like
I remove it.
Like,
I come to work without it.
That breeze that will now blow through your hair.
As if you have not seen me.
Is that why people go through?
Yes.
Go away, as if you have not seen me on my DD for days.
Whenever I'm coming to work, they hardly recognize me. They're always asking me for my ID card because I'm without my wig, I'm without makeup. So they're always like, do you actually work here? I'm like, yeah. But then when I'm leaving, then I'm like, hey, auntie, it's good to see you. What is that?
Because in perfect case of what you ordered for what you got.
To me, and I come like that to work.
Do I look that different? Guys, okay, let's just move on that note. All right, this one is someone called Valking on Twitter, and he says, you tell your pastor your problem. Now the next Sunday, and the pastor is preaching, saying, there is a man in this congregation. I wouldn't mention his name, but he has seen things. He did this and he did that. And then this guy from Game of Thrones. This guy
But you know the one that
he's
kills
looking
me.
guilty.
You know the one that kills me? So I won't even mention how it happened, but I know that Faladele knows what I'm talking about. So somebody saw Faladele in my presence and said, don't worry, you will. And I said, does he even know your... Like, the thing he was praying for Faladele, I was there. The Faladele already had the thing. I'm like,
wow. Okay. But this one, yeah,
I'm an onlooker.
It's very funny because you're supposed to be able to confide in your pastor. You now become the topic of preaching.
No, you're just...
Have you seen sometimes when
you're preaching, you need to give example.
No, and the part I don't like is
example.
when, like my pastor used to do it, she will now be looking. I don't know what she's looking at, but it feels like she's talking to me.
Yeah.
And you know that you are not close to God. You have strayed and you have fallen short. I'm like, why is she staring at me? Is it me? Okay, this one is from Jacob, and he tweeted, sacrifices. Now, Burger Queen replied him and said, don't let Kanayo see this. This is how they are representing us. Defend us, OG.
No, I can't help you people. The way people look at Kanayo these days, like
gosh.
After watching Blood Money, all those rituals, all those movies, that's the role he was always playing. Anytime they're talking about blood money, any ritual or sacrifice, it's always
in Nigeria,
Kanayo.
we can't separate the acting from the personality. So in the movies, you used to do sacrifice. If we see you personally,
you look like the one that I used.
Maybe that's the reason you should run away from typecast.
Yeah, typecast, yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Jacob just tweeted on his own JJ, sacrifices. So don't let Kanayo see this.
Oh gosh. So there's this thing that has been going on Twitter. So you guys will have to help me. Okay. Moving on, this one is from Revolution Ghana. And it says, how can I buy one shoe for 35K and you expect me to walk on the ground? I beg, if you hear any footsteps on your roof, now me be that.
It's true.
35,000.
So let me tell you how people do it. They say, for me to buy these shoes, it has to wear, you know, the way they were helping me to buckle these shoes, they know. It will buckle itself. Like, it will come on my feet. I will not have to stand up to get it from wherever I put it.
No,
so it comes on.
I will have my shoe box. It's never leaving that shoe. You know that tissue they put there?
Yeah.
We're not removing it. If there is nylon on it, it's going to stay like that.
For 35K.
How much is your shoe?
For 35K.
How much is your
That's 35,000 now.
How
That's
much is
10,000
your
naira
shoe?
in 3 places plus 5,000.
Buy it for us.
You now want to be walking.
But
Do you know how many shoes a woman has? We have so many.
But really,
men
for
have like
35K.
10 shoes.
But guess what? Yeah, but then you know that men's shoes are very, very expensive.
But they have like 5 or 10. They are good. A woman has to have a shoe in every color. You have to have red, blue, green. That's so exhausting. If you're buying 35K and you have 20 shoes or 30 shoes, can you calculate it? Yeah, it's expensive.
Wait, rearrange your
It's
face.
expensive. Is that all? Yeah, that's it. That's your treat bill.
Thank you so much, Amanda, for bringing this to us. It is always very nice to have you here. Okay, so we are definitely moving on. Thank you so much.